Good family, back for another episode of Top 5 Live. This is episode 17, and we are doing the top 5 action movies of all time. And this one is going to be problematic. I can say that from the beginning. I'm not going to get into it yet as to why, but trust me, I very much so trust that this is going to be problematic, and I'm afraid. So, uh,
Because Morgan just finished. Morgan still is messing with his list. He think he over here being indecisive again already. I can tell y'all why it's gonna be problematic.
I have a decisive list, but I have a decisive list based on some of those movies I vaguely remember, but I know how great they are. But I would like to out see. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna have me air everything out because see, we were late on when we were gonna decide. All right, which one are we doing? So I didn't have time to go back and watch the movies and refresh myself and say, okay, was this like bias at that time? Was this movie actually that great? You know what I'm saying? I didn't have time to go back and review.
I
Therefore,
never go back and review. So
Bro. If I feel like if you think that these are your top 5 action films, and I know you like action movies, so you should have seen all of these movies recently. That's how I feel.
well, look,
that.
like I said, I have a 5, and then I have a I this is my first time cheating. I definitely have two fives.
yeah,
But
we ain't paying attention. We're not paying attention. You got one list, okay?
Don't worry about it. Hey, listen,
one list.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it at some point. Don't worry about it. What up? Is this J Man? Oh, let me make sure I put the links up. Y'all already know, you know what I'm saying? My boy Danny J Quick up top right, and big bro Javon Stokes down at the bottom. Visually Stoked Media. Let me make sure I put that up there because I think I still have that up there.
Yes, sir.
What did
Just
I do
had
with the
a pretty
link?
good con at Rhode Island Comic Con for anybody that was there. I appreciate you supporting me.
All day. They better have. Yeah, so we're doing top 5 action movies. If you haven't already made your list, go ahead and start making it now. Y'all got about 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying, before we get into it. I think Danny, so for the other 5 topics we had, uh I I know Danny and Javon went to see the Eternals. I haven't seen it yet. Do y'all want to start with y'all's review on that, or you want to start somewhere else? Because we got that, and then we got like something kind of heavy, you know what I mean? Like we got a myriad of stuff. So what y'all want to start with?
I think I can do a spoiler-proof Eternals review, and it'd probably be quick, seeing as how you didn't see it. So I don't really want to get into it too much.
What up, J-Man?
At least for me, Eternals took a lot. I had to digest it, which it sounds weird, but it's like it was different. It was not like any other Marvel movie that has been out. Like in reality, like I can't think of any other Marvel movie that was like Eternals. I think it deviated from the formula a bit that Marvel has implied, that the quote unquote formula that people always talk about. It definitely deviated from it. I think it's going
in a bad way.
No, in a good way. But I do think there were some pacing issues. But as a whole, I think it's going to age well. It's going to age better than some of the, at least in my opinion, it's going to age well and be looked back a lot more fondly. It's going to be dissected a little bit more than other Marvel movies, just in my opinion. Danny, I don't know if you what you feel.
I think it depends on what they do with the character that came in at the end. Now, I won't say who it is or what. I think his story in the comics is very sketchy, and and that might derail.
I was trying to figure out who you're talking about. Okay, yeah, so, I got you.
But I'm more excited about the second post-credit scene than anything.
Most people are.
Than anything that happened in the movie. Like I talked to Akil from the Bacchanal podcast, and we both agreed that it was very middle of the road in the overall scope of things. But I think it was a very enjoyable movie. I think the comedy was good. I think the characters were not just diverse ethnically, but they had a range of viewpoints. And I think that, like you said, it was something new. Like it was it was more like it was like the Avengers, but personality wise, like all the different characters had perspectives that were pretty cool to see on how they saw humanity, and I really liked that. So it was kind of cool. But
what's up, little man?
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
What's up? But I'll see it again though. As soon as it's available on Disney Plus, I'll watch it again. And but Spider-Man is the big thing for the year, so I wasn't expecting a lot from it.
What it
But
do?
but like I said, I think it was a movie. I think it's a movie that needs to be watched a couple times. It's just not like it's not like, to me, it's not like if you watch a Marvel movie, like Shang-Chi was pretty good, but Shang-Chi stuck to the formula. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go back and watch your iPad and go get some food, okay? Come. Yeah, so y'all talk. Y'all talk for a little bit.
Are you planning on seeing it, Gordon?
Yeah, I guess I have to. I mean, you know, some Marvel movies I go see only because, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to miss the continuity. So at some point, of course, I was gonna go see it, so I'm not out of the loop before Spider-Man drops. But I think that I literally have no expectations for the movie. So that's a good thing. I'm just gonna go see it. Like, I don't have any expectations for it being good, bad. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard from some it's good. I've heard from some that it's terrible. I've heard I know Rob from Comics Explained said it might be the worst Marvel movie, or he might agree with some people that say that or something like that. So I don't know where to be on it. And
It's nowhere near the worst Marvel movie.
Nah,
nowhere near. Sorry.
I don't think there's any measure that you can say it's worse than Thor,
People tripping.
The Dark World. I just don't see it.
It's different. And the thing is different. And so you know how people react to different stuff. Like, people complain. People have been complaining, oh, Marvel usually has a formula. Marvel has a formula. Now Marvel deviates from the formula, and now people mad. And this is always what happens. It always happens that way.
If people hating on Marvel for having a formula, that's just silly. That you don't even get see that. But that triggered me from the other conversation we were talking about earlier in the group, and I'm trying to stay away from that conversation because it's so irritating. You know what I'm talking. I'm not gonna say it because then we'll get into it. I don't want it.
Yeah. Talking about? Oh no, we're not talking about that. Okay.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't even want to tell y'all. Don't, because we will be on that for the rest of this time.
We could go to the next topic. I mean, it's really difficult because you haven't seen it, and I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet. So I don't really want to go into it because then I feel like I'm gonna start spoiling stuff, and I'm already mad that people spoiling stuff for Spider-Man. So
yeah, we'll give people another week or something, and I'll make sure I see it this weekend. My baby girl want to go to the mall this weekend, so I might drop her off and I'll go watch it while they walk around, do whatever. So I think we should. So the contentious conversation I was having this week was about Game of Thrones. I got into it. Daddy, wait, how you've not seen Game of Thrones like that, right?
And I have no interest in watching it.
Oh God, I don't know why I even asked.
Wait, would you ask him? I missed it. I'm sorry.
I asked him, has he seen Game of Thrones? And he says he has no interest in watching it. So I'm just gonna drop that before
we can't. I don't even. Why don't you like Game of Thrones? Why don't you?
I don't know, bro.
It's not that I don't like it.
He's insane.
No, I'm asking, why don't you want to see it?
Because I remember how let down people were from the finale. Like the last season, all I remember when I was thinking about watching it, I was like, "Oh man, this is the final season. I'm gonna check this show out. I'm gonna binge it." And as soon as the last season started, people were like, "This is garbage." And then when it was over, people were like, "Why did they make this last season?" And
no, you can't listen to people on that, man. Because here's the thing: there's a lot of people who are
you smoking crack,
hardcore Game of Thrones people who like. I mean, there are certain things in the final season that I take issue with, but I just binge watched the whole. Show a couple of months ago, and honestly, the last season, huh?
I said, and it's still fantastic.
Yeah, this last season, the last season ain't that bad.
It really isn't.
It's not that bad.
Really
There's certain things that you're like, that's kind of silly, but like pretty much every show has a bad. You know, the final season is hard to wrap up. So
yep, that's what
I
I
would
said.
give it a shot.
That's what I said. I think if you're not interested, look, I know how you and T are, yo. So if you're not interested because of that dynamic, I get it. But if you're saying you're not interested because people were complaining about the last season, that's that. Come on, yo, you got to do better than that.
Nah, I will give it a shot, man. Just give
it's
the
literally
first
one of the
season
best shows of all time.
Give the first season a shot.
I believe there's a show called Community that I used to go really hard for, that I used to tell people about all the time. It's one of the best. The four of its 6 seasons are the best comedies, like sitcom, I've ever seen. But that middle season and the last season, I don't even tell people about it because it's like I can't recommend it to you. So
but that's crazy though.
That doesn't mean the whole
still
show
missing
is
out
trash.
then the person is still missing out on the great seasons that you just talked about.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Maybe they might like it.
I started Breaking Bad. I like that, but I haven't finished it.
I mean, they might like the seasons that you don't like.
Let's get into
That's right.
Well, let me say what that topic was. Let me show what the topic was. And we got people in the audience, so maybe they can give us some interaction on this. So for those of y'all in the audience, you see what the topic was. Did you just gonna have to have that spoiled, Danny?
No, man, don't.
I don't know. I'm not gonna remember any of this when I start watching it. So go ahead.
All right, fine. We can talk about it for a second.
Yeah. Anyway, for those of y'all who are Game of Thrones fans who've seen Game of Thrones, season 8, Aria, Night King, doesn't make sense to you? Because I got into it with what's my boy's name? Jatovi. I got into it with Jatovi, and me and him were going back and forth, and then I just made a post about it, and that was a long-standing conversation on my page about whether or not it made sense or not. Because me and Jatovi were actually having a conversation at first about whether or not Dany's arc, because I made a post and said Dany's arc in Game of Thrones is one of the best arcs in a TV show that I've seen. And he was saying that her arc was trash because like what happened in the last season didn't make any sense based on the arc. And I said, what? I was like, what? Huh? What do you mean it didn't make any sense? Bates, what were you watching? What episodes did you miss? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you missed something if what she did in that last season doesn't make sense to you. Like, the writing was on the wall. We just didn't know which way she was going to choose to go. You know what I'm saying? And I think they did. Look, the last season, the thing about the last season is the fact that it's such an epic show. It is one of the most epic shows, if not the most epic show of TV history. And to have the last season be rushed is what pisses people off. You know what I'm saying?
No, honestly, in regards to this topic, I don't think that's it. I think people expected Jon Snow.
Yep.
They wanted the epic battle between Jon Snow and the Night King. And I mean, to those people, like, I mean, if that's what you wanted to see, that's what you wanted to see. And if you're disappointed, you're disappointed. I can't really say nothing for you. I thought Aria killing the Night King was bad.
I thought it was better than that.
I thought it was. I don't know if I would say it was better than that because we don't know what we would have got. But I will say what we got was pretty good. So I mean, anybody complaining about it is tripping in my opinion.
The reason I would say it's better is because you didn't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't it wasn't easy to predict that was what was going to happen. I had no idea what was going to happen with the Night King. I didn't know who was going to kill him. I didn't know if he was going to be killed. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was we didn't know what was going to happen. We just knew the war was fire, and from the moment that Dothraki took off into the freaking middle of the night, everything else was like, that whole.
That's what I'm saying. This isn't much of a debate because I don't disagree. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. Let's do. We'll come back to that. I hope Danny will watch it at some point, but we'll come back to that, and y'all can answer in the comments if you want to give your input on that. I think Javon came up with this. You said you saw this on Twitter, the Denzel
Yeah.
Mount
People were
Rushmore.
talking about what are the
Boy.
Mount Rushmore for Denzel Washington movies.
Bro, you got me stuck. Do you hear me? Like this?
That wasn't hard for me. It was real easy.
It was hard for me only because, like, so you have the ones that are. Well,
I'll give you my.
What are your four?
I'll give you my.
What are your four?
My four. Number 1, Malcolm X.
Okay.
Number 2, Training Day.
Okay.
Number 3, Glory.
Okay.
And number 4, Remember the Titans.
I figured that's what you would go with.
Those what you can't. What other movies are you gonna pick that's better?
So the reason I don't get it twisted. Denzel was everything in Glory.
I'm like a different kind of Denzel than you do, I guess.
What Denzel do you like, bro?
Yeah, what's your four, Danny?
I watch the Denzel movies that I watch the most would be my top 4. So Remember the Titans is absolutely on my list. That's one of my favorites. I think what's his name? John Q is on there. That's one of my
favorite John Q. I could probably put John Q over Glory.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. Did you say Training Day?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see Training Day, but it's not one of my favorites. I could put Training Day on there, and then I think Inside Man is my no, he got Game. He Got Game would be my 4th.
Over Training Day?
Yeah, Training Day isn't my. I felt me and my mom felt the same way about that movie. I was like, it just didn't feel right to me. But
it's so weird. Like there's a lot of people who seem to hate that he played a bad guy.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like, yo, he's an actor.
That drives me insane.
I'm like, he's an actor. What do you want?
No,
I'm waiting for Will Smith to play a bad guy. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Will Smith play
Will Smith would probably be a pretty good bad guy, actually.
He played it too well. Like it was one of them things that was like, bro, you probably like this in real life. Like you got a dark side.
You just said an actor played it too well, bro.
You played the part too well. You might actually.
That's crazy to me.
So my 4, it was hard to settle on them, and I kind of did some of the 2 that I don't think you can have a debate about are Malcolm X and Training Day. Like
I don't know how you don't have that on your list.
You can't not have that. Those 2. Remember the Titans is going to be in most, I would think, especially if you're a sports fan. For me, and that's why I've said I was waffling, bro, because Devil in the Devil in the Blue Dress, freaking great.
Out of time.
Out of time, Inside Man, those are straight.
Out of time.
For me, I would have okay. The 2 that aren't debatable: Malcolm X, and Training Day. After that, for me, I'm gonna say for me,
I Remember the Titans is debatable for you. But
because I'm gonna explain the book of Eli and the Great Debaters. The only reason I'm not gonna put Glory in there is because I was choosing movies from Denzel that he was the bona fide lead man for.
I mean, if that's what we're gonna do, then I would just if that's the criteria, then I would switch out John Q. I'll put John Q in there.
Yeah, I personally loved. Look, I don't get it twisted. Again, this is the hard part of our show. When we make these lists about anything, it makes it seem like what doesn't make the list isn't great, and that's always nonsense. It's not what you're going.
Yeah,
for.
but
it's just
talking
hard
about
to do.
The best of the best, though. If you're talking about the
but look,
that's why I can't put Inside Man on. That's why I don't have Inside Man.
Inside Man that couldn't be up there, but you can't have Glory up there either.
You can't
have Glory.
He won an Oscar for Glory.
But
he wasn't the lead man though.
He won an Oscar.
He wasn't the lead role.
If you win an Oscar for a role, that's one of your best roles. No,
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm not saying he was not phenomenal in the role. What I'm saying is, I personally was picking movies that he was the head of. He is the lead star.
But that's not. It ain't the Mount Rushmore movies that he starred in. It's Mount Rushmore Denzel movies. Glory is considered a Denzel movie. Glory is not considered one of Denzel's movies.
We know he's in it because of how good his role was, but Morgan Freeman was in that movie too, and he was great too. You know what I'm saying?
Morgan didn't win no Oscar.
Never mind, bro.
I'm just saying.
I explained my logic for why I picked the movies that I did. Like I said, the ones that aren't debatable to me are Malcolm X and Training Day. Remember the Titans would be in most people's. Remember the Titans is a pretty perfect sports movie. I love the Book of Eli personally.
I didn't like Book of Eli.
That's insane.
American Gangster wasn't it for me. Somebody on TikTok asked, but I think
American Gangster is definitely fire.
I think my definitive four would be John Q, Manchurian Candidate, Remember the Titans, and Training Day. I will put Training Day.
Manchurian Candidate?
Yeah,
wow, Manchurian Candidate
over Malcolm X?
Yeah.
Did you just say you don't have Malcolm X on your list?
Yeah, I mean I like Malcolm X, but
Manchurian Candidate over Malcolm X?
Manchurian Candidate had me feeling like Enemy of the State did. Like I was paranoid for a good minute after watching Manchurian Candidate.
Have you seen Malcolm X from front?
I know. I feel like you haven't seen it.
I watch it all the time. Yeah.
Do you watch Manchurian Candidate all the time?
How is this possible?
I do actually. I watched it. I watched Manchurian Candidate. Probably last month.
I'm stupefied right here.
I feel like you blasphemed.
I didn't say I didn't like Manchurian Candidate, but it ain't Man on Fire. That's a good one too.
Man on Fire was great. I don't think it could get on a rush. That's okay. So if I have to do a Rushmore of his best films, but I'm only using movies that he headed, Malcolm X, Training Day, Remember the Titans.
I'm sorry, John Q. He acted his butt off in John Q. I got to put
John Q. will probably have to be the last one.
John Q. got to get in there.
John Q. will probably have to be the last.
Forgot about that one.
John Q. will probably have to be the last one. Out of time, those other movies you enjoy. American Gangster is close though.
Nah, I think Man on Fire closer than American Gangster to me.
Nah.
If you had to give me a top 5, I would have to put Man on Fire number 5.
We might have to do the top 5. Denzel.
Flight was good too.
What?
Flight was good. Devil in the Blue Dress. See, that's what I'm saying. Devil in the Blue Dress. Hurricane. Yeah.
I've never seen Hurricane.
Hurricane.
I gotta watch it. It's on my
Devil in the Blue Dress. I'm telling you, that movie's great. And Denzel was great in it.
I mean, Denzel ain't got many bad movies, man. Let's be real.
That's what makes it hard.
What was the one with the demon that they was touching each other in?
Fallen. Yeah,
that was a good one too.
Definitely.
Yeah, I ain't even watched that one a second time. After I watched it the first time, I was like, I'm not watching
bad.
Hey,
man. Listen, Morgan, you joke around that I was scary, but this dude is worse to me than I ever heard.
For sure. Without question.
No demons, bro. No, I don't do that.
Do you write stories with demons in it, Danny?
No, I let Morgan do that. I'm writing the physical stuff that I
literally anytime I post anytime I post that poster that I had made by my sis Katie for Solitary, anytime I post that dude will come on that post and make a sad face every time. He literally asked me to take it down as my profile picture because he doesn't want to see it pop up every time we talk in the group.
Danny, man, you way too scary, man.
Yeah, bro.
You way too scary, bro.
It's madness.
You know this stuff
I'm 100% serious.
It's fake. It's not real.
I'm 100% serious. That's a real thing. He did that.
I know, but I'm trying to explain to him. It's fake. Demons is fake. It's fake, man.
Do y'all want to talk about the Travis Scott thing before we get into the list?
I don't know what happened. What happened with that?
I mean, I don't know how much more.
I don't know. I watched Fallen more than once, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I watch Fallen all the time, man.
John Goodman was great in that movie too.
I'm watching it.
Those three were great. Denzel, John Goodman, and the guy that was playing the serial killer. They were all really good.
Well, he has a bunch of people doing that.
Book of Eli, though, that's one of my favorites of his for sure. Like I watched that movie.
That might be one of my least favorite Denzel movies.
Okay. I mean, I respect that.
Yeah.
Hey, if there was no Book of Eli, there's no John Wick. I'm just saying that. I'm gonna throw that
Hold
out there.
the F up. Don't
Why
bring
you got
John Wick into
why
this.
you got to start now? Why you got to start?
Don't bring John
I'm
Wick
just
into
throwing
this,
that out
sir.
there. If there's no Book of Eli, there's no John Wick.
How do they
I'm just
connect
throwing it
at
Why
all?
are you talking
Where's the
nonsense?
connection?
Where
I'm
did
just
this even come
throwing it
from?
out there. It's the same.
Where's the connection?
If
It's because
John
we were
Wick
just
was blind,
talking
then
about demons.
it's the same
We
movie.
talk about demons and this
It's
brain
not
fart.
the same movie at all. What you talking about?
It's not even near the same movie.
What are you
It's the same movie.
did
What?
you watch movies?
Have you seen the Book of Eli?
I don't
Yeah,
think you're watching the same movies. I don't think you're watching the movie, man.
it's the same movie, bro.
What? Something before you came on the
Same
camera?
movie.
No, it's not. It's
Yo,
not remotely the
Diddy,
same.
man.
That
Diddy.
man's blind.
Diddy.
Is John Wick blind?
We didn't know it was
Diddy.
blind until the end of the movie, though. That's the
Oh my
beside the point.
God.
Did I miss the cut of John Wick where he figured out he was blind at the end
The
of the
movie,
movie?
the
Nah,
movie
past that. Past that. Wait.
Skilled man versus
Past
an
that.
army of
Past
people.
that. Is John Wick post-apocalyptic? I have not. I didn't get that impression. I saw New York up and running.
Did John Wick have a
It's
little
one
girl
man
following
versus-
him the whole
It's one
movie?
man versus everybody who wants to kill him. Both of the movies it's the same concept. It's the same movie.
They didn't
It's the
want to
same
kill
story.
him. They just wanted the Bible.
Danny,
they was
the
willing to kill him,
logic,
they did it.
Danny, the logic you
This
are
is the
employing
worst
right
argument
now
you
is
ever made.
laughable. This is terrible.
This is the worst argument. This is officially the worst argument you've
worst
ever
hot
made.
take you've ever had on
It's the
this
same
show,
Ever.
and that's saying a lot.
It's the same movie.
Ever.
Right?
It's
the
not
same
even
movie.
close.
I need you to post that on social media.
Yeah, put that on
Just say
TikTok
it.
so we can
Just
all
post it
laugh.
on social media. Just
Put
post
it on TikTok
Facebook.
right now.
Just
Because
say
you
Book of Eli is the same movie
as
as
John Wick. That's the dumbest
You
thing.
got to
you
lose
could
like
possibly
4 or
say.
5 friends.
And I prefer Book of Eli to John Wick. So but hey man, to each his own. Y'all do your thing.
God, man. Why?
Danny, I don't believe you. I don't believe a word you just said.
Man, I feel like I just got brain fog from
That's
that.
your partner right there. That's your partner.
He is, bro. That's my guy. That's my brother, man. But my God.
That's the worst hot take you ever said on this
Literally
show.
the worst. That is the worst.
That's the worst thing you ever said, dude. Like worst.
I don't even know if I can go forward
This is
now.
the
Like
same
I don't even.
man that said Michael Jackson had a hot 10 years. And you said,
yeah, never mind. That's still the worst take. No. That's still the one.
I know it's so bad.
No, that's still number one.
That's a close. All right, so this is a close two, man.
You can't
That
talk
is the worst one. That is the worst one, yo.
bro.
I'm sorry. As soon as
still
I
right
said it out loud, it's so
I'm
bad.
still right.
That's bad, man.
That's like saying, hey, Michael Jordan was good for like a decade. You what? Oh my God!
I'm sorry. You're right. You're right.
Oh man, it was just as funny as the first time, bro. Oh my God! Oh my God, bro!
All right,
I legit.
Let's go. Let's do the list, man. For this man give another nuclear fire take right now.
Yo, I literally have tears in my eyes.
Maybe you trying to scorch the earth with your takes, man.
Bro, I forgot about that. Yo, I'm so glad you said that.
He said Book of Eli is better than John Wick.
No. He said
Bruh.
no. He said the Book of Eli and John Wick are the same
movie. The same movie.
What are you talking about?
The same movie.
I promise you, John Wick's not blind. I promise you, he's not.
There's no mention of the Bible in John Wick.
I'm not talking about him being blind. I'm talking about one man versus many men, and the underdog coming out on top. It's the same movie.
That don't make it the same movie. That's a concept.
John Wick is never the underdog. Did you miss that in the movies?
They call him Baba Yaga, dude. They call him
literally, there's a whole scene. There's a whole scene with my guy from the hotel that says, you know what I'm saying, all of these mugs got bounties on them. And the guy that's running the Continental says, well, I guess the odds are about even. This is John Wick.
Literally, he's never the underdog. In the
you don't put anybody against John Wick and expect them to live, cuz. Period.
Okay. So y'all are right. Don't put anybody against John Wick. But all 3 movies were about putting people against the guy who can't be beat. Right?
So if the guy that can't be beat, then how's he the underdog?
But I'm saying he's the underdog because he was retired. He didn't want to be doing it.
You understand? You just contradicted yourself. You just contradicted yourself, though.
I'm saying he's the underdog because there's only one of him. He's the underdog because there's one. He's one man
who apparently can't be beat.
He can't be beat, right?
So he can't. That's like saying Superman is the underdog.
He was the best.
Is Superman the underdog in Man of Steel? No, he's Superman.
And he did not want to be killing people anymore. He had a wife and he had a dog. He was not thinking about
terrible, man.
They brought him back into the life. And he did not want to be killing people.
Bro, I'm
terrible, man.
I'm flabbergasted right
now. Wrong?
You're very wrong.
How are you wrong?
You're very wrong. I mean, the backdrop is different. The characters are different.
There's nothing about those
circumstances are different. Ending is different.
Book of Eli is a movie about faith that just so happens to be post-apocalyptic, so there's balance inherently. But it's about faith.
I missed the part where Denzel, his dog got killed. You're right. I must have missed that part. Bro. I must have fell asleep.
I'm not talking about
that. Must have been the Snyder cut.
Man, hey, listen. I'm gonna save my man from himself, bro. Like,
let's move. I'm worried about your list right now. You just made me really scared.
You got to go first. I mean, it's his turn to go first.
Go ahead, it is your turn.
It's his turn to go first anyway, but you really got to go first now, bro. My God,
that's the worst. That's the second worst take you've ever.
Yeah, it doesn't top the Michael Jackson comment. That's the worst, and it's not close. There's no touching that.
This is pretty close, but go ahead, Daddy. Go ahead, man.
Because I said Michael Jackson dominated for 10 years.
No, that's not what you.
Bro, you said he had a hot 10
Michael had a hot 10.
I said there was 10 years where he was untouchable.
He was, but the point is, he was untouchable for a lot more than 10 years.
I don't know when Michael Jackson.
I still don't agree with you on that.
Yep, you cannot agree, but the facts are facts.
No, it's not. We
facts are facts.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So
I mean, even if you don't count the Jackson 5 era, this is still like 20 years.
I'm astonished.
It's 20 years.
From Off the Wall through, I mean,
Off the Wall to Butterflies, dude. Off the Wall to Invincible. That's 20 years.
If you're telling me Invincible was not smashing everything around it, then you might need to go look.
We already proved you not right there.
Okay.
So you telling me from Off the Wall was in the 80s, dude? That's the early 80s. That's before he was dominating before I was born. Yo, I was born in 81.
Facts. I was born in 84, and I came in with still the greatest movie.
I'm just saying, dude.
That's the greatest video of all time, and it's not debatable.
All right, no, let's not do this. Go on. Let's do the time.
I'm just saying,
Danny, do your list, man.
There's no debate. I just want to make sure this is clear. I swear, if somebody on this show says that Thriller is not the best music video of all time, we're gonna really have it out.
I just want if Danny, if you can find one person that agree with you on this, I'll leave you alone on it. I promise. I'll never.
That Michael Jackson only had a hot 10 years.
Yes. If you can find one person, Danny, one person. That's your mission.
Oh man, that crap is funny every time.
I gotta prove nothing to y'all. I gotta prove nothing.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man.
Do it. And now I proved that I could do it.
If you can prove one person, if you can tell me one person who believes that Michael Jackson only had
I agree with this. I agree with this right here.
I'll be like, you know what, Danny? You got me.
I agree with this right here. I mean, Michael Jackson is still never mind.
We deviated.
Yeah, we
come on, man. Tell your list.
Can't talk like that about Michael Jackson and expect it just to float, cuz it just
don't work. Tell your list, man. Tell your list.
Yeah, that was hilarious, bro. That made my everything. That was hilarious. Man.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Danny. Right. I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute myself.
Top 5 action movies. All right. So I think there are two movies on this list that are undeniable that need to be on everybody's list. The other three,
I already know what them two are.
we'll see.
All
Okay.
right, go ahead, man.
But I know for sure Morgan does not have one of them on his list because he told me earlier. But this is my top 5 action movies. All right. Number 5, Bad Boys. Okay. Mike Lowry, Marcus Burnett. Bad Boys number 1. Number 4 is Speed with Keanu Reeves. It's probably my personal favorite on this list. Number 3, The Matrix. The Matrix changed the game. Okay, The Matrix changed the game for action. It was more sci-fi, but it's still a top action film. Number 2 is Die Hard, which is a perfect action film, and number 1 is Terminator 2: Judgment Day, which is also a perfect action film, but also changed the whole genre of action. That's the list.
All right, okay. I can't. Speed is a bit interesting, but go ahead, Morgan.
It's on you next, bro. I went this week. Yes,
I went before you last week.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. The ladies went first, and then I went, and then you went.
Nah, you told me to go. I'm sure of it. I'm 100% sure.
I wasn't here last week, so I don't know.
I'm 100% sure you told me to go.
Since I had the since I deviated with the Michael Jackson talk, I'll go. Sorry. My number 5
was still hilarious though.
My number 5 is John Wick. What's the word I'm talking about? It reinvigorated the action franchise for the new generation. Number 4 was hard. It could have been a bunch of different movies, but I went with Kill Bill. Kill Bill 1.
Okay.
And honestly, my top 3 are the same as Danny. Number 3 is The Matrix. Number 2 is Die Hard. And number 1 is Terminator 2.
Solid list.
All right, Morgan.
I see Kill Bill is more of I don't, but we'll talk about it. I see Kill Bill.
I'm waiting to hear your take. Listen, you've been on fire today. I'm waiting to hear your take.
I mean, Kill Bill is a martial arts film to me, but you know, it's Quentin Tarantino's version of a martial arts.
Go on with that, Mark. Go on with that, Danny. Go on with that, Danny.
And we already know how I feel about John Wick. So,
all right. So for me, I've been waiting to use my cheat. You know what I'm saying? But
just give us one list, man. One list.
Hey, look, I will. We
don't want to hear the other list. We want whatever.
I'm going to give you one list. I'm going to give you one list. I'm just telling you that I saved my cheat for this. Hold up. I'm typing them in now.
First episode. More you did cheating since first episode, bro.
I know, man.
I did not cheat. That was Javon. Javon literally cheated right out the box.
I've never had 2 lists though. You be like, oh, I got my A list, my B list.
I have a good reason though.
I got my list in my back pocket.
I have a good reason.
Other lists are deleted. Come on, man. One list, yo. You be making it so hard.
All right. So for mine, all right. I need to start by saying action movies is a very wide genre,
bro.
Okay? It's a very wide genre. So I'm gonna give my list first, and then I'm gonna go back to why I made 2 lists. All right. So my list, number 5, John Wick. I said specifically John Wick number 2 because I think that's the best one of the series so far. Number 4, Mission Impossible Fallout.
Okay. Number
3, Gladiator. Number 2, Kill Bill 1. Number 1, The Matrix.
This dude don't got the best.
This dude don't have Terminator 2 and Die Hard.
See, that's what I'm saying.
So, literally.
So wait. Bro. So that's what I'm saying. If I made my other list, right? So when I think of action movies, I think what people think of when they think of action movies is shoot 'em up movies. Somebody getting shot somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think people think of in an action movie. So for me, for that list, I had Die Hard, John Wick, Mission Impossible Fallout, Terminator Judgment Day, and The Matrix. But for me personally, right? I don't view all action because look, literally, I had Jurassic Park in number 2 for a while, and I took it off because I was like, people don't think about Jurassic Park as an action movie, even though it is.
It's an action movie. It ain't better than Terminator 2. It ain't better than Die Hard.
Jurassic. So the reason I put The Matrix,
a better movie, but I don't know if it's a better action movie.
I don't think Jurassic Park is a better movie than either, though. Sorry.
Jurassic Park is one of them perfect.
Jurassic Park is almost not a better movie. Jurassic Park changed. Jurassic Park changed things for the movie industry. Period. The Matrix changed more than anything. The Matrix literally changed action movies. Period.
Terminator 2 didn't change the game. Are we gonna really sit
here
and
act like Terminator 2 franchise it did?
No, it changed the game for action movies in general. Period. Die Hard literally like spawned almost all these movies.
Well, I don't disagree with Die Hard. So for me personally, I didn't have Die Hard on there one because we always talk about having to see the movie, whatever. I would have to go back and refresh myself because it's been that long I've seen Die Hard. The Die Hard that I've seen most recently. That don't mean I had time to go watch it. We just decided on which one we were gonna do Sunday, I think.
Don't matter. I haven't watched Kill Bill 1 in a long time. I still remember it being great.
I agree. Russell Crowe, that's what I'm saying. That once I looked up, so I started looking up what genres were popping up for specific movies first. And as soon as I saw Gladiator, the first thing it pops up on is action. I said, oh, it's a wrap. There's no way I'm not putting Gladiator on this list when it's defined as an action movie. There's no way.
I think it's better. To me, it's a better drama. It's a drama. Okay. It's an action movie, but I look at it as a drama. It's but that's not my a point. Better action film.
That's my point.
Like Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is Terminator 2 literally starts off action and just action.
But that's what I'm saying. That's my point. That's
Gladiator's action is very
I don't think it can touch
sporadic.
Terminator's action.
Yeah. I'm not saying it can, but it's technically defined. I'm not saying it can, but it's technically defined as an action movie, and as a movie overall, Terminator couldn't hold a candle to Gladiator as an overall.
And don't
movie.
Disrespect Terminator 2 like
I'm not doing. Terminator 2 is a perfect action movie.
Terminator 2 is
not a better movie than Gladiator.
Terminator 2 is a great. It is
not a better movie than Gladiator.
It's a legendary movie.
No way.
I don't think anybody's ever said Gladiator is a perfect film though. Like that's not.
I mean.
Terminator 2 is not a perfect film. It's a perfect action film. You have to qualify.
Anybody said that Gladiator is a perfect anything film,
bro. Gladiator. So you're telling me you're tripping? Gladiator is freaking a phenomenal. If you rate Gladiator less than anything than a 9, you should stop talking. That's ridiculous.
I think Gladiator is a great film. Like, I'm not saying it's not a great film.
But
when I think about Gladiator, I don't think about it as an action film. It might be categorized as an action drama, or it's probably more drama action. But in my opinion, this is me. I don't characterize it as an action film. To me, it's a drama.
But you're making my point for me. That's why I said I made 2 lists. I made one list because, I said,
one list.
I'm not going to post the other list. What I'm saying is, action. I said this in the group, and I can prove this again. I can prove it again that I said this in the group. I know y'all remember me coming to back.
You said it in the list.
The only thing that we cut out is that we said we're not going to do comic movies. We're taking those out, right? Everything else is fair game. So from that point on, I almost put Django on the list because Django comes up as an action movie.
It does, but I wouldn't consider it a better action movie than Terminator.
And Django, to me, are like spaghetti westerns. They're more.
That's why I didn't put it up there.
It is,
but Kill Bill. You could qualify Kill Bill as being a You could qualify Kill Bill being a martial arts movie, and that's why I almost kept it off the list. But it's
martial arts is action, though. That's an action.
I agree. Which is
why I put Enter the Dragon on.
That's why it's on my list.
I almost put Super Cop on here. Dang on, Jackie Chan has some great action films, bro. And,
Yeah.
I almost put Demolition Man. Demolition Man almost made my list.
Which movie?
Demolition Man.
I want to go back to something real quick before 9 o'clock comes across here. Okay. Now y'all joked at me. Y'all joked on me about my take about John Wick and Book of Eli. Okay, what about this?
John Wick, bro?
What about this take? What about the Equalizer? Don't you think John Wick is a little too similar to the Equalizer?
John Wick came out before the Equalizer, sir.
Technically, the Equalizer came out way before John Wick, but whatever.
Oh, so you think they copied?
I'm not saying they copied.
I mean, it's not the same concept, though.
I'm not saying
it's not even close, dude.
But what I'm saying is that. But would you consider?
I mean, they're both revenge movies.
Types of movies?
They're both revenge movies. Yes.
Right. Okay. But Denzel does not get Equalizer without Book of Eli, though, right? That's a fact. What? He doesn't do that. He doesn't consider doing that type of movie without the success of Book of Eli, right?
What?
No. What? How did you get from A to B, man? What? You don't think Denzel's ever done an action movie before?
Not a deeply choreographed assassin specialized talent movie. I haven't seen Denzel do anything like that before the Book of Eli.
I mean, I don't understand your argument. Like,
Tango Cash is a deep cut.
Tango Cash is one of my favorite movies of all time.
What's that?
All time.
That's definitely a deep cut. But
that
it's not a bad one.
If that was a top 10, if we were doing a top 10, Tango Cash would be in my top 10.
I legit, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I struggled with this list mostly because there were some movies that I wanted to fit into the 5 that I only took out. I only took them out because I was like, nobody thinks of, like, when I thought about Jurassic Park, the only reason I took it out is because I'm like, when people think of Jurassic Park, they don't think action first. You probably think adventure, kind of like not Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones would have been a fine action movie.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think people think Indiana Jones is an adventure.
What'd you say, Danny?
I disagree, Naughty. I think Book of Eli is an action film. I don't care.
I mean, it's an action film. It's an action film, but when let's be real. When you think of Book of Eli, there's probably 3 action scenes in it, tops.
I agree. I think Mission Impossible is definitely Die Hard set a standard early on for facts. That goes without question, and that's why I said it would be on most people's list. But Mission Impossible Fallout is fire.
No, I like Mission Impossible Fallout.
That movie
I do agree with you that Mission Impossible Fallout is the best of the series.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, easy.
By far.
But there are 3 of them that are very, very good. There are probably 4 of them that are very, very good.
Yeah, but I thought about putting James Bond on there. But I was like, that's a separate genre.
Was a close one for me.
Which one?
Casino Royale was a close one for me.
Yeah,
Casino Royale is the best one in my opinion. I haven't seen the new one though. Yes, Mission Impossible 2 is definitely more. Well, not Mission Impossible 2 is more action, but it's not more action than Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout, man,
yeah,
that
Fallout,
movie.
Bro,
I might go watch that tonight. Actually,
everything that they did in France, everything that they did in Paris in Fallout was like, bro, like how did y'all do this?
Henry Cavill, bringing in Cavill was a spectacular idea.
Yeah,
that movie is, oh god, it's about as close to flawless of an action movie as you can get. Every stunt fire.
I can't put them over. I almost put Fallout on my list. I went back and forth.
That's why I put it on the poster because it was my 5, but I put Bad Boys there because I watch Bad Boys more. That's how you drive.
Actually, you know what was my number 5 for a little bit? Face Off.
Oh yeah, with John Travolta.
That wouldn't be bad.
That's a solid.
Yeah, Desperado too. Well, Desperado is a personal favorite movie.
Desperado is a comedy to me, man. Like I was watching it the other day. It's a comedy to me.
See, I can't deal with you, Danny.
I can't.
Comedy to me, man. Like
Danny, I can't deal with you.
The whole setup with the dude coming in at the bar telling the story. and him being the plucky side. It's a. I'm not
Danny,
putting.
I
I
can't
didn't.
get
I didn't
honest
put
with
any
you.
Fast and the Furious.
I
my
almost put Fast 5 on there. I almost put Fast 5.
Fast Five is the
Mike
best
would
one.
definitely have Fast 5 on there. He would definitely have
Yeah.
Fast and Furious up
He
there.
would have
I'm
had
just not.
his whole
I'm
list
not
would have been
huge on it.
Fast and the Furious movie.
Go watch
I
Desperado. That's a great movie.
it took me 24 hours plus to take Jurassic Park off as number 2.
I know that's a good point. Bad Boys is a comedy, you know.
Nah,
It surely is.
action comedy. It's action comedy, but
It's
It's
more
more
of a
comedy
comedy
than it is
than Desperado. Desperado,
nah,
you know, comedy. Like
nah,
Bad Boys is a comedy.
nah. I'm not.
Bro.
I don't agree with you on
Danny,
that.
man, you
Wow.
rapid fire today with these takes.
Bad
Man.
Boys had comedians in its movie, but
What was funny about Desperado outside of the
I don't think I've seen
obviously
Desperado.
humorous first part of the movie?
all of the gunfight, the gunfight with him, the gunfight where he came in and they're diving for the gun at the same time, and they're clicking.
So there was humor in the movie. So
pick up one click. Pick up one
Danny,
click.
you tripping?
What are you talking about? The guitar.
Yes, there was humor in the film. I'm sorry. Okay.
To me, it was,
All right.
maybe it's because like whoever that is, Nadia. I'd never seen Desperado until it came on Netflix. I had never seen it. So
I don't think I've seen it.
my first time seeing it, it was more comedy to me. It was funnier to me.
I mean, Morgan, that's the homework for tonight. You don't go and watch Desperado.
I to be honest with you, I think I'm gonna end up watching Mission Impossible because that movie is freaking phenomenal, bro. Like, man, it's good.
We got to do top 5 martial arts films too, because
Kill Bill's still gonna be in there.
Talking about John Woo film.
Kill Bill's still gonna be in there for me. Period. Kill Bill's in there.
Not even close.
Okay.
Not making a martial arts film.
All you want. Smoke that ooey all you want. It's on mine. I promise you, it's on mine. Ip Man's on mine too. No. Enter the Dragon. I mean, Enter the Dragon is probably number 1.
I don't think so. I don't think Enter the Dragon.
I could go like probably 10 movies before I get Kill Bill.
That's insane.
Flashpoint is probably making my top martial arts films.
What? What'd you say?
Flashpoint is probably gonna make my top 5 because it's just one of the best ones I think I've ever seen.
I mean, we could do it. I might need a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got it. So again, full disclosure, guys, we were late on picking the topic. That's another reason I would have gone back to watch Terminator. Now, don't get it twisted. I remember Terminator 2: Judgment Day again. As an action film, that movie is absolutely insanity.
That's a perfect action film.
It's freaking amazing.
I don't know how you don't have it on
your action film. Well, I explained it. I explained it more than once. So, but I think I would not say Terminator 2 is a better overall movie than Gladiator is. That's just me. Gladiator is a freaking.
We're not talking about best overall movies though. We talking about best action movie.
Yeah, but Gladiator is an action movie. Is it not?
It's not really. I mean,
I'm telling you, I could if I look it up right now. The top thing I'm gonna say is action. The top.
My guy on TikTok said Gladiator is more of a period piece.
Yes, absolutely.
I hear you. Okay, so if that's the case, I'll take Gladiator off and put Terminator there.
That's like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is technically action.
I'm not cheating. I told you what my reason was.
Morgan, hold on, Morgan. It's like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is technically an action movie because action takes place in the movie, but nobody thinks of it as an action movie.
I get, but you got it. That's why I said this list took me a while because I had movies in there that I had to take out because I was like, nah. People don't automatically think action when they think of this movie. And I knew Gladiator was a risk, but at the same time, when I looked it up genre-wise, the first thing that comes up on genre for Gladiator is action. That's the first thing up there.
I got a suggestion for next week. King Richard is coming out on the 19th, right? So I think before that comes out, we should do our top 5 biopics, right? That's what that is, a biography or a biopic. I think next week we should do top 5 biopics.
Okay, I like that. We can do that. That gives me time. That gives me more than enough time.
Yeah, that gives me time to go and watch them. I don't disagree with you guys about Gladiator being a period action film. I'm just telling you so Gladiator is one of my favorite movies. Period.
Cobra.
But,
sorry. I'm reading somebody put Cobra.
What up, Eric? Gladiator is one of my favorite movies, period. But the fact, like I said, the reason it went on my list is because the first genre I saw for it was action.
Same thing. I saw it too.
I know it's one of your favorite movies of all time,
but if it's that movie's phenomenal. It has insane action in it. Can it compare to action wise? Can it compare to Terminator 2? No. You know what I'm saying? But can Terminator 2 is Terminator 2 as good of an overall movie as Gladiator is? No. So that's what I'm saying. That's what my balance was. That's what my rub was. Terminator 2 is not a better overall movie than Gladiator. No way. Not acting wise. The action in Gladiator is awesome. But like I said, I think people's minds automatically trigger when you say action movie. People's minds automatically think guns. So if the movie does not have guns,
I got Kill Bill on my list.
I think chases when I say action. I got
Kill Bill on my list.
Kill Bill on my list too.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that's no guns in that one. I mean,
yeah, but I think by and large, when people think of action movies, that's like what you're thinking. You're thinking of something, a shoot 'em up, like Rambo, The Expendables. I can name a whole bunch of them. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. I think either chases. I think chases or Race Against the Clock for me.
I didn't say it's not, Kyron. I said T2 is a better action movie than Gladiator
movie. Yes,
I said that by far, but I said Terminator 2 as an overall movie is not a better overall movie than Gladiator.
Yeah, but it is a better
action movie.
Time out. You keep saying that though, but like that doesn't matter. Like, I don't mean to be mean, but like that doesn't matter. Like, what if the topic is best top 5 action movies? Like, that's what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about action movies. Like, there are other movies that have great action scenes in it that are better filmed than, say, Die Hard.
My guy on
not better action movies than Die Hard.
My guy on TikTok is saying Stallone in Cobra 2. This is
I've seen Cobra, man. That was an old movie, man. That it can't be good, but I don't.
He's the second person to bring it up.
Action has evolved a bit, man.
Yeah. I still don't. Y'all didn't like Speed, like
I like Speed, but it ain't top 5.
I didn't dislike it. It's just not a top 5 for me.
I mean, it's
because you don't have John Wick on your list, so that's already irrelevant.
They on a bus.
You know how I feel about John Wick. It's a copy.
Please don't go back into it.
Wait, what do you not like about John Wick? I missed that.
It's a copy of other stuff, and it's.
What are you talking about? It's a copy. You've never seen a.
What do you mean copy?
I've never seen a whole movie of gun choreography, yes, but the revenge movie genre is full of people facing immeasurable odds who are who are specifically skilled to deal with those immeasurable odds. To me, it was the most original thing about it was that it was a full movie of gun choreography. That was the most original thing about it, and they stretched it out to 3 movies.
And they was all pretty good.
They were all great.
To me, the best part of all 3 movies.
Don't say it.
With Halle Berry and the dogs.
Oh my God,
Halle Berry.
That's the best part, dude.
I had never.
Your hot takes tonight have been amazing.
To me, because it was the most original part of the movies. I've never seen anybody use.
Bro, he killed somebody with a book, yo. A book
and a pencil.
And a pencil.
Okay, Joker killed somebody with a pencil.
And it was awesome. It was really awesome too.
Listen, like I said,
it sure isn't. You're right, Kyron. It's definitely
right. You're right. Wait a minute. I gotta think about that.
Speed,
The Matrix.
Keanu's top 5 action movies. How?
The Matrix, John Wick, number 1, 2, and 3.
Are you putting all 3 Matrixes above Speed?
Yes.
No.
No. I said John Wick. I said John Wick 1, 2,
he asked, are you putting all 3 Matrixes above Speed?
No, absolutely not. Mm-mm. But I will put all 3 John Wicks over it.
Baby
Driver was close for me. Baby Driver was really close for me because Baby Driver is a spectacular movie.
I won't put Baby Driver, not my top 5.
I love that movie.
Some very good originality.
Tropic Thunder.
No, Tropic Thunder is straight up.
No, you know what we got to do? We ain't done this yet, man. And I know.
Comedy?
We ain't do comedies yet, man.
Tropic Thunder's gonna be. I tell you
We
now,
haven't
Tropic
done
Thunder's gonna be in
comedies
mine.
yet, man.
Tropic Thunder's gonna be in mine.
Constantine, you right?
But that's not action though, is it?
Yeah, I mean, by your definition.
What do you mean by my definition? I said action movies are extremely broad.
It's about as many action scenes as Constantine as there is in Gladiator.
Hey, listen, bro. Y'all don't have to like. I explained it.
You asked the question. I'm answering your question.
For people that watch the show,
the question, Morgan.
Like I said,
we still know that you love Gladiator. We know that you love Gladiator and you hate Jamie Foxx. We get that. We understand those things. But does not mean that you get to put Gladiator.
I don't hate Jamie Foxx at all. I love Jamie Foxx.
I didn't say it this time. I just want to point out that I didn't bring that up. I did not bring it up. But I'm just saying, like I love Gladiator. Like I love Gladiator as a film. I don't consider it a hugely action movie. I don't. It's maybe an action. Maybe it would be like drama / action. With the drama is the more important part. But
I mean, but like I said, I was going.
It is a better made film than Terminator. I mean, even that's tough, man. Even that's tough, dude. It's just a different type of film, though. It's a different type of film.
I agree, but that's what the entire problem with this list that we knew going in, because I brought it up and we talked about it as a group, was the fact that action genre is very wide.
That's why
which is why we had to cut some stuff out.
That's why my list is straight up. Besides The Matrix, my list is straight up action films. It's not westerns. It's not drama. It's not action drama.
I made a list that's straight up action films.
I want to hear this other list.
I already told you the other list. The other list was the other list was number 5, Die Hard. Number 4, John Wick 2. Number 3, Mission Impossible Fallout. Number 2, Terminator Judgment Day. Number 1, The Matrix.
That's a better list.
I was gonna say that's a way better list.
That's a better.
It's not a way better list. It's just a list based on strictly action movies. No,
as the topic says,
action movies.
As the topic of the movie, that's the topic.
All right, well, that's the one I'm posting then.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
no, it's not.
No, because you got guilted into putting. You ain't even thinking about.
You to make one list. You made this way difficult for yourself.
All right, well, I'm gonna switch out Gladiator with Terminator 2.
No, you ain't switching nothing.
Yeah,
you ain't switching nothing.
Now, every time I try to switch something out, y'all tell me.
I know.
Y'all both have done it. Don't do that.
I've never switched out. I've never switched out. Name one. Name one list I've ever switched out.
Y'all have never let me switch on a poll ever.
Never.
Are you kidding me?
Name one time I've ever switched out on the poll.
I don't remember what show it was, but you've done it.
Because it didn't exist.
It exists.
No, it doesn't. We got video. You would never let me switch out.
I'm not going to find it. I'm not going to look through the video.
I wouldn't either if I knew I was going to be wrong.
No, I know I'm correct. I know I'm correct.
I'm correct. I know y'all never let me do it. That's all I know. So
nobody has ever switched out.
I disagree.
Not one person.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. I gotta remember what list it was because I'm 100% sure that you did this.
We ain't got time. We ain't got the time in the night for you to wreck your brain.
I'm 100% sure.
My lists are honest though. My lists are genuinely my list,
bruh.
I don't be trying.
Why is my list not honest, bro? What are you talking about?
To win polls like this guy.
I agree. I agree with this, but so normally, let me explain why. Let me explain why. Like we did define topics. We do define topics, and we had criteria, but that crap ran into a wall.
It didn't run into a wall. Y'all kept complaining every time. Let's have a criteria. And then y'all be like, no, I don't want to have a criteria. I just want to be able to
Danny.
Not even just y'all, the people watching too.
Danny, do you remember this discussion? You remember when we were talking about criteria and saying the only way to do it is to say these are the things that we're looking at and then give them all
I've
equal
never
weight?
disagreed with it. I've never disagreed with not having a criteria.
Are you kidding me?
I've never disagreed with having a criteria.
No, it's about what we're gonna break the criteria down to be.
Okay, so
me and Danny
were saying what the criteria was. Okay, I mean, sure.
Me and Danny were saying, in order for you to have criteria, you would have to say, okay, like if we say greatest, these are the 4 things we're looking at, and each of them hold equal weight. You were like, that's dumb.
That's not what I said.
Yes,
what I said.
I literally have the post in the group.
What I said was everything can't hold the same amount of weight. Y'all. That's what I said. Danny, did I not say that? Did I not say
that's exactly the point I just made. They have to all equal the same thing. Otherwise,
everything doesn't equal. That's not real life. Real life, that's not how it works.
And this is how the conversation went. this is exactly how the conversation went.
Right.
Because
but I didn't issue having criteria altogether. Y'all did.
We let the criteria go because so it's 3 of us, which means two people have to be on one accord and the other one loses, and then we just go with the 2 up.
Thank you. No, they all don't have to be equal. See,
they do. Okay.
No, they don't.
If we pick,
they are whatever we want it to be.
No. If you pick,
is that not wrong? What do you mean no?
So okay,
I'm sorry, I didn't know that we had somebody above us telling us what we had to do.
This is the point. What were we? I'm trying to remember the topic we were talking about. I want to say we were talking. I think Beyonce was involved, so it had to be something singing. It had to be something singing, and I think one of the points. Oh, we were talking about accolades. So okay, we were talking about accolades, social, like their social interaction, something like that.
And I said their social justice, whatever, shouldn't equal the same amount as their accolades because it doesn't matter.
But okay, that's what I'm saying. And the reason that we said it needs to be equal is because you said it doesn't matter, but I said it doesn't matter to you.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I said we need to adjust the percentages. That's all I said. I said,
but how can you adjust the percentages if we're not going to agree on what percentage needs higher?
What?
How do you adjust the percentages if you can't agree on what percentage needs to be higher?
Because for example, like you don't like Mariah Carey doesn't do a lot of social justice crap. That doesn't mean, and I say crap because for lack of a better word, social justice stuff that makes you feel better. Social justice.
there are a whole slew of better words. Like
fine, social justice stuff. She doesn't do a lot of social justice stuff. Doesn't mean that she's not one of the best artists in history. Like you're gonna bring her down just because she doesn't do that. That doesn't make any sense. If we're talking about the person being the best singer, their social justice work doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in that sense. What does it matter? Tell me what it matters. If we're talking about vocal ability, why do I care about?
We weren't talking about vocal ability on that list. We weren't talking about vocal ability on that list. That's what the problem was.
We were talking about exactly what I said. We were talking about greatness. Exactly what I said. Nadia is saying exactly what I said.
It doesn't matter. Nadia wasn't in the conversation. It was me, you, and Danny.
What she meant. I'm telling you, that's exactly what I was saying. You make the percentage match what you need for the list. You don't have to have it equal everything all the time.
All I'm telling you is
it doesn't have to be 25%.
Different parts of criteria mean different things to different people. So social justice means nothing to you.
I didn't say it means nothing. I said it doesn't mean as much.
It doesn't mean anything.
I just said it doesn't mean as much as their accolades.
To you.
Please
to you. Danny, am I making sense?
Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Danny. I said we should have a criteria. And then I said we should have different percentages for the things that are more important than things that are less important.
But who
that is what I said. You can look on the video and you can look on the thread. That's what I said. And then y'all said, time out. And then y'all said, the people watching, they don't want to have to deal with the criteria. They don't want to have to deal with the criteria. And I disagreed and said we need to keep the criteria. And I got outvoted. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
Listen.
But don't come back and say Javon didn't want the criteria because you're lying.
I didn't say you didn't want the criteria. I said we could not agree on the criteria. That's what I said.
You just said that I didn't want the criteria. You just pointed to me as saying I didn't want the criteria.
No, I did not.
Just said it.
No, I didn't.
I feel free to rewatch this show again, and you're gonna see.
I
Javon didn't want the criteria.
I said we could not agree on the criteria. I said we could not agree on the criteria for the exact conversation we're having right now.
That don't mean you stop trying to figure it out.
See, this is why I leave at 8:00. This is why I leave at 8:00.
I'm just saying. I never said stop the criteria. Y'all just stopped trying to figure it out.
Hey,
and y'all just wanted to do something different.
Real talk. Homeward Bound is a classic. Like Homeward Bound.
Really bringing up Homeward Bound
one of the greatest movies
in the action film discussion? We're not doing that. Danny, you stop. You got no more hot takes tonight.
Animal
You're
action.
done. You've reached your limit on hot
the
takes.
porcupine
Yes,
scene.
that's got to be Lori right there.
You have reached your limit on hot takes today,
bruh. The porcupine scene, bruh.
You have reached your limit on hot takes today.
Look, bro,
you have compared You have compared Eli to John Wick.
That was
you have said you have just said that Denzel wouldn't have done all those other movies without Eli.
Equalizer.
You have said behind your Michael Jackson hot take. You are done for the night. You reached your criteria. You reached your limit.
Why two?
I don't know what Y2 is. She maybe T2, maybe T2. I think he probably means T2.
Yeah, he probably meant T2.
The Y and the T are right next to each other.
Why you can have criteria? Listen, okay, Nadia, hold on. All right, so why can't you have criteria and y'all make them weigh what you need for yourself?
I don't know.
I don't understand what you mean by that.
She's saying, why do they have to be?
We have criteria, and then we weigh them equal. We weigh them differently for ourselves. So if social justice stuff is weighed heavier to you,
I'm fine with that.
But if singing ability,
yeah, but then how is that going to help us make a determination? How's that going to help us in the long run?
The criteria helps you make your list, but what's important to you just like what's important to you is not as important to me. So that's why our list will be different. But we are all by the same criteria.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we already know that. We already do that now. That's what we've been doing.
No, because we haven't been having criteria. We haven't been saying
we do use criteria.
No, we don't.
We didn't use.
Yes, we do. We always qualify and say we're only talking about this, or we're only talking about that.
No,
because the biggest place where we needed criteria was when we said the greatest. Like when we said greatest, we had to figure out, all right, what deems something greatest versus best. Where we said best gives you wiggle room to make it more personal. So best is like a mix between greatest and best. So those are what we came away with. Like if we said greatest, this is what we mean. If we said best, this is what we mean. Y'all don't remember us saying that?
I do.
Okay. So my point is we've been doing that already. So that's why we always say the top 5 greatest or best. And when we say and literally during the show, I'll say, well, we said best, not greatest. So blah 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 blah.
T1000 is absolutely scary. But the reason that T1000 was so scary was because Terminator was. There's somebody else with Cobra. Why are they?
I don't know, man. I'm shocked.
I might have to go back and watch Cobra because
I know I might have to go back and watch it.
Say something about it.
Is it better than Mission Impossible Fallout? Because I don't.
No.
I disagree.
No.
I look. I ain't even seen it yet, but I disagree.
No. I'm gonna stop there right now. I'm gonna shut that down.
Speaking of hot takes, Terminator 2 is a horror film. T1000 is. Yeah, you're right. Actually,
no.
Scarier than Michael Myers? Yeah, he is. Yeah, that dude can run he can run very fast.
Blood. Whoa.
His hands.
Whoa. Whoa.
What?
Lori, Die Hard is blood.
Hey, I didn't need to
I was just like I was just liking you. We were right here.
T1000 not homophobic. Wait, what?
What?
Wait. She talking about from last week.
Yeah,
she talking about from last week
man.
because they said they were saying one of our topics last week was people saying that Michael Myers was homophobic because he killed a homosexual couple in Halloween Kills. That's what she's talking about. That's good stuff, Lori.
Yeah, that's true. I did hear that though, because
it's not true.
No, not about the homophobic thing, but the T1000 Cobra Beverly Hills Cop was supposed to be Sylvester Stallone, and he was going to take all the comedy out of it. So
I might have to rewatch it. I watched it. I just don't remember thinking, man, this is a great movie.
Michael Myers wouldn't last 2 hours in the trap. I agree. Hey, that's good stuff, Brevin. He's absolutely correct. He would definitely die in the trap, though, for real.
Yeah,
or at least he could put in the hole. That is hilarious.
Right.
T1000 definitely is a horror.
Y'all crazy.
T1000 scary as crap. Because like if that dude was chasing me, I want John Wick on my side. That's all.
You turn around and talk to that man. Like, why are you chasing?
They said that the guy who played T1000 learned how to run without breathing. Like he was running without breathing, so that he could look more.
I can see that though. I can see that.
This dude is a gangster.
No, I see what he mean. He's not breathing hard, so it looks like it's effortless.
I would not be dead, Nadia. I'm not messing with T1000. I'm not messing with Michael Myers. See, don't try to play me, y'all. Don't do this again, okay? See, I knew it, Javon. I knew it, bro. I knew it. I explained this very clearly last week, and people still get that.
You ain't got to explain nothing, man. We know.
I hate you guys.
We
Not
know.
Lori. I don't hate Lori.
Morgan would walk right up to the T1000 like, man, he looks weird. He looks strange.
I hate you guys, bro. No, I would not do that.
What's that shiny thing in your hand?
I made this.
You walk right up to it.
No, bro. I made that very clear. I'm not messing with stuff that if I can't see it, it's technically not real until it does something I can see. Michael Myers, you can see, and he will F you up on sight. T1000, I can see, and he will F me up on sight. I'm not messing with them, bro. Y'all
Captain Save-A-Hole, man.
It ain't no holes to be saved, so I ain't got to worry about that. Exactly.
Right, I gotta call it a night, man. I gotta get some food and put my son down, man.
Me too, man.
I'm gonna try to put this poll together, but I'm definitely putting my straight action list poll for the poll though. Don't even worry about it.
Is that the frat boy in screen?
That I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I explained this specifically.
You did say you would fight Mike Tyson.
I didn't say I would fight Mike Tyson.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Danny, please tell this man, Danny.
For the money.
Thank you.
For the money.
How much money was it?
Doesn't matter. You said you would fight Mike Tyson.
For a certain amount of money, yeah, I fight Mike Tyson.
All right, then, dude. All right, dude.
But come on, bro. Don't do that.
All right.
Like I said, I'm running from Ghost.
It's been real, yo.
I'm not running from Ghost. I'm running from Michael Myers, though.
Yeah, sure.
Like I said, last week, for those who missed it, if you want context for the conversation, look, I got a white side. My white side will have me go investigating Ghost. If you tell me your house is haunted, I don't believe you. So I'm going to go and find out what's going on. If you tell me Michael Myers is in the house, I'm not going over there, bro. I don't need to go see what Michael Myers is doing. I'm not doing that. So they keep trying to make it seem like I'm going to run up on Michael Myers and Jason. I never said that. I said if there's a ghost in the house or you said there's a demon or whatever, I don't believe you. You probably be
going to see Michael Myers and be like, man, that's a cool mask, man. Let me see that mask.
The whole house, man.
I definitely would not do that. No, I'm not. I did do Candyman. I admit that I did do Candyman.
Do you see why we keep saying
I did Candyman and Bloody Mary
stuff like that?
It's ghost stuff. That's the difference. Ghost people.
Like I said, you can do that. Say I don't believe in Freddy. I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna take a nap.
I'm not doing nothing with Freddy. Anyway, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back next week. We're gonna come up with a topic far faster this week because the guys be slacking on purpose so they can try to make me mess up on my list. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Do that all by yourself.
Cool. Definitely do not do that by myself.
All by yourself.
This is not gonna knock my head off at all.
All by yourself.
Because I'm not fighting.
All right, bro. Y'all have a good night.
Love y'all. See y'all next week. Make sure y'all go vote on the poll.